Well, it's a very exciting day here today. It is the day after Thanksgiving, and we are doing Christmas decorating. Actually, Jason and the 3 older kids plus Samuel are gone. They wanted to go with him because he was going to a fun place. Our uncle has a cabin out in the National Forest, on the edge of it, not in the National Forest, of course, but it's really a fun place. If you have been around our channel for long, you will have remembered we've gone there before. So they went and they said it was okay. We could get a head start on getting the Christmas decorations without them. So that's what we're doing, right, James? Yeah. James found a little ornament that he really likes.
Actually, I found.
So, you know, it's always a little bit of a trick to figure out how to decorate our tiny house. And this year we rearranged the living room, of course, and so we are putting things in a new way. But we think we're going to put the tree right here by next to the fireplace, which I think will work out really well. And then we'll probably do our nativity scene up here. Well, it's an ornament. It's not a real saw, so you can't really cut things with it. Okay, so Elsie's starting to go through our ornament bags. We brought in some totes of things.
Look how many of these I found.
Well, we went to, where are those from? A lot of things we go to, and every kid got one. So you can just pick one to put on the tree.
Yeah.
Our tree is not one of these coordinated crafted trees. Our tree is a memory tree, and so it's full of ornaments that are memories from the past. Look at this. My dad he carved this for me out of wood. Not fun. There's a bunch in there, a bunch of different things that you'll see as we unpack more.
This is mine.
Here's another thing that he carved. He did these icicle, St. Nicholas icicle ornaments, I think he called them.
It looks like a beard. It's
You playing a little song? Now, we made these ornaments and gave them as gifts last year to the kids' CBS teachers, and I am going to show you how to make some fun ornaments because we're going to be doing some more ornaments this year. Actually, Jason had cut me some wood circles that year, but if you don't have a resource to have wood circles cut, you can actually buy a box of wood circles from Arteza. And it was so fun this year, they sent us a box so that we could try them out and make some ornaments, which is what we're going to be doing. And I will show you in a little bit. You can see our progress because we're going to make some ornaments to give as gifts this year. I'm really excited about it.
Wait, there's more. Come on, go get more. Isabella, go get more. Hurry.
What do you think about that, Lydia? Liddy, that's a Christmas tree. Whoa, Christmas tree. So we decided to put our little tree here. And then we're going to use the rest of those lights to add greenery to the top to hide that speaker back there. We'll have greenery in front of it and then wind the lights in there.
Look.
Oh, mistletoe.
Yeah, my mistletoe.
Ooh, oh, thanks.
Look, I want to kiss you. Now you can kiss the camera. Oh, man.
Okay, so we showed you the ornament that we've made in years past with wood circles, and now I want to show you what you can get. If you don't have somebody who can cut your own wood circles, you can get these from Arteza, and they are from real trees, so they're of course not perfectly uniform. They're going to be all different shapes and sizes, which is what's so wonderful about them. They're thick and sturdy, and they've got the fun bark edges, and then they send you this also. What's this? Twine. So we are going to be doing some projects with these. Actually, for my mom's membership group, we are making ornaments, and I just wanted to give you a peek of what we're doing with them. I'm making these fun photo ornaments to give to family members this year. They are so easy to make. We made some photo ornaments and then made some with just a Merry Christmas. These are still drying. You can see they're still a little bit translucent. The paper will turn white again as it dries. So all we did was on our printer, we just printed out some black and white, or you can photocopy pictures. You just change them to black and white. You cut it in a circle of whatever size you want, so you can scale this to match your circle. And then once you have that, this was actually my very professional circle tracing device, a jar lid. And then we have some Mod Podge, but if you don't have Mod Podge, you can actually use even Elmer's glue that you just water down a little bit to make it thinner. That will work too. So simple. So you just brush on one thin layer of the Mod Podge, and then you lay down your photo, which I pre-punched and pre-cut mine. Smooth it out really well, and then brush on another very thin layer of the Mod Podge and let it dry. That's it. That is it. This would be such a fun, inexpensive gift that would really be meaningful to somebody who has good, wants good memories. It's a fun memory gift. And our tree that we do, like I said, it's all just memory ornaments. And so things like this are really fun. So you can put the date on the back. Of course, you can paint these also. I even, let me see. It takes a while, right? But I've made this. This spells Christmas that we made a couple years ago with wood circles. And for this one, I actually just, I see you, James. For this one, I need to untangle it. I actually just cut out some circles of just some black paper. This was kind of called chalkboard paper, but you could use any nice black paper. And then I used a white marker, the chalkboard markers, to just draw these fun letters on it, and we hang that up. I mean, there's just so many ways to use these fun circles. And of course, the kids like to paint on them. You can paint little Christmas trees or things like that. So somebody's being really silly down there. It's a James. So that's the fun craft that we're doing. I'll put a link to these if you want to check them out, because they'd be fun things for your kids to do. You know, this year we're having to make new traditions because so many things that we've gone to in past years are closed this year, or they've changed the rules, and so we're just making new fun traditions and doing a lot more crafting at home. This one, I took the paper all the way to the edge. That's a different kind of look. Everybody's voting on what they like the best. So far, this has been the top pick with my kids. They all like this one the best. I hope you can see that well. Sometimes things are hard to see on the camera, but it turned out really, really cute. It's beautiful weather out here. It's like you have chocolate all over your face. I've been decorating outside since the weather was nice. Now, I don't know if you've caught the theme yet, but when I decorate for Christmas, I don't go and buy any decorations. I just use what I have. Here, James, can you show us the lights? Use what I have and make it work. So, my flowers died, of course, in my window box, so I just stuck some of this stuff in there and some balls that the tops had broken off. These were from a long ago Christmas tree that I found in there, and I don't use them, so they're not breakable, so I thought they'd be perfect out here. So I put that on in the window box, and then I hung some greenery, some colored lights up here, so that will be pretty. There's a Jeremiah. We still have a big mess in the house. After I get everything that I want put up, I will put everything, all the boxes away, and then sweep the floor, because this stuff, this is all over the floor. You know, it just, oh, it makes such a mess. Okay, so then anyway, carrying on. So this was made for us years ago. You can see that. And so I've stuck it, this used to be my huge, beautiful landscaping, but of course it all dies. The only thing I have that's somewhat sticks around is this spirea, which tells me that I want to plant more evergreen type things in this, because when winter comes, it's just like dead and ugly. And chickens everywhere. I'd like to put a tall evergreen thing right there at the corner so that it kind of blocks the trash can. Of course, someday that old house won't be there, right? That's what we keep saying. But just a tall kind of evergreen thing there, I think, would balance it out. This spirea stays somewhat pretty. And then the problem is that right here, I'm going to tell you the story of why this is here. Right underneath that straw is our fig plant. Our fig tree gets huge. It covers this window. It gets huge and it grows figs. And it seems to like it here, but I don't like a couple things about it. First of all, in the winter, it has to be protected because it will freeze in our area. So this hay is not even enough, or straw, whatever this stuff is. it's not even enough. I'm gonna have to cover it with like insulating blankets and stuff, and that's our front. It's right in the front. So I have conflict with that, and also this thing gets so massively huge that it kind of takes over. So I may replant it somewhere else one day, but for now it's there. So we put down this straw stuff yesterday. Bella got that out for me because it's supposed to freeze, like hard freezes in the lower teens by the middle of this week. So she put that all there to protect the root. And of course the chickens immediately have been like dug all of it out. And I was like, ah, so crazy. Okay, I'm telling you this long story. Hopefully you're interested in this. So they're digging, making a total mess, exposing it. So of course I need to do something more permanent, like I told you, with the blanket, the insulating blanket and all this baloney. But right now, I just didn't feel like getting all that out. And so I had this cool old box, and I thought, if I put this box right here, in front, behind it is the fig root system there. If I put this big box right there, maybe it'll block it so they won't dig it out. And then I had an extra wreath, so I just threw it in there with some, this is a little piece of white fabric-y stuff. That this is all just stuff I had laying around. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna put it in there and call it a day. We're gonna just call it good for now. Isn't this amazing? My geranium is still blooming. I can't believe it. It's a James. What are you doing? Oh, more muffins, I see. Yeah, I can't believe this thing is still blooming. And I think my grandma used to take hers down in her cellar and just let them sit there all winter and then pull them out the next year and they would grow again. So I think maybe we'll try putting that in our well house because it stays warm enough in there. We have to keep it warm enough, just warm enough that our well doesn't, our lines coming out don't freeze. So I think maybe I'll try sticking it in there, which means of course then I'll need something else there. On the other side, I have this. This thing has blown me away. I planted this, just a small sprig as part of a whole flower arrangement in this pot 2 years ago. And everything died, and I thought it would die too. But it came back, and now it's like its own bush that it's taken over, and it looks beautiful like this all year round. In the winter, the summer, it's just like incredible. When it got to a really, really, really hard freeze, like January, February last year, it kind of died away a little bit. But as you can see, it didn't do much damage. And it's a special memory too, because Jason's grandpa, who I never got to meet, he passed away before I met Jason. This was one of his favorites, they told me. I can't remember what he called it. Dusty Miller. And he really liked that plant. So it's just kind of sweet, and I'm leaving it there. Lydia, are you back from chasing chickens? Okay, so the next question I have for you guys is, there's a cute Lydia. I'd like to paint my front door. I've been thinking about this probably for a year. You know how it goes. Our house is this white for now. We'd love to put cedar siding on it like we did down at the cabin. If there's any more, you can eat them. Look out, Lydia has a stick. Let's close that door, okay. So I'd really like to paint this because of course the door, when it doesn't have grain around it, it just gets lost in all the whiteness. But what color should I paint it? That's my question for you. You can see there's not a lot to paint. It's mostly glass. But just a little accent, something that's not too bright because it's not a solid door. He found one, good job. I don't know. That's the situation right there. And then the window needs a little trim, so maybe we could do, well, I'd probably keep that white, I don't know. So that's my outdoor of the house story that you didn't know you needed. Maybe you can solve all my problems and answer all my questions. Oh, one more question while I have you here. Can I overwinter lavender? Because my lavender did pretty good this year. It died down to this, but I'd really like to keep it going. Can I bring it in the house? Will it last all winter? I don't know. That's my hope. It's sitting here right now, but I need to make a decision about it because, like I said, it's going to get really cold. Our neighbor brought over his old patio chairs. We have been having, they normally are all the way around. We have been having luxury campfires in his old patio chairs. Yeah, it's probably not the most stylish thing to do, but man, it's been fun. We have had people over here and there, and we've just sat out in those super comfortable patio chairs just around the campfire. It's been wonderful. Okay, where is she? There she is. I thought I lost you, Miss Lydia. Oh, and this pot I'm taking to my brother-in-law. It's a piece of the fig. So the fig tree, which he wanted some of, it kind of grew over and re-rooted itself. So we dug it up and put it in there. We're going to go take it to him and see if it will grow. Hey, what season do you think this is? You have on shorts and bare feet. You think you're missing something. Look at that chicken. Uh-oh. You give me this. Can you get the chicken, Lydia? Is that Elsie's bike? Lydia, can you get the chicken? Look, right there. Back there's a chicken. Can you hold the chicken? Oh, no. Go. That's what Mama says. Oh, no. She's coming at you with her mouth open now, too. James. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you for sharing. You can get another. Oh, thank you. You're such a nice boy. That chicken. Oh, no. Get. That chicken took your muffin. Go. This is not free food. No. Okay. James will take care of those chickens. Did the chicken take your muffin? Go, chicken. Well, we got things in good order, but this is what I was really excited about that I wanted to show you. This tree we have used since we moved here because obviously our house is too tiny for a normal size Christmas tree. And so my mother-in-law had this one. She wasn't using it, but it had a stand that was just an X and little wooden X, and it just would fall down a lot. And so Jason, isn't he awesome? This is what he made for me this year. This is a tree stump that he had from all the trees they've been cutting down, and he drilled a hole in it to put this tree in, and I think it's so rustic and darling, and it's so sturdy. This tree is not going anywhere. Look at how sweet it looks. I'm really happy with the way our simple decorations turned out this year.